Hey guys, I have a filler battle for you here using a Sun team that I had about 2 months ago just testing out to see. I don't really like weather-based teams because I think they're personally overpowered. Maybe because they're all overpowered, they cancel each other out. Basically, it's just a filler saying that I'm not going to be able to do 3 battles a week, as you probably have realized. I have a lot more work than I had last year and it's not going to be possible. But let's go into the battle. I lead off with my Lucario. This is where I got my Lucario idea for my 5th team. Just testing it out a bit beforehand to see how it performed, and in this battle it performs very well. I predicted him to have a Tyranitar lead to counter my Ninetales lead, and Lucario is a pretty good lead against weather. It takes out Tyranitar very easily. He takes out Politoed with a close combat, extreme speed if they're scarfed, or 2 close combats if they're not scarfed. It takes out a Ninetales equally like a Politoed, so it's pretty good to counter weather teams, especially with Focus Sash, close combat, and priority. So I think it's pretty good, and it does its job well. He goes to Sizzle. I don't really understand why, but that is what he does. I'm going to go into my Blastoise to hopefully take the Stone Edge after the Hone Claws boost, but it does a lot more than expected. My Blastoise is relatively bulky, decent amount of hit points, decent amount of defense investment, but it doesn't take that well, so maybe this Ant is max attack adamant most likely. I'm going to go to my Scarf Charizard, and Scarf Charizard in the sun is absolutely ridiculous. Solar Power giving it a 1.5 boost anyway, Flamethrower being extra powerful because of the sun, and Scarf means it outspeeds basically everything. It's ridiculous power for something that's not even overused in fact, and in the sun it's amazing. With Fire Blast, it can do so much damage, it's unbelievable. I chose Flamethrower and Overheat as my 2 combinations because I want that reliability, and if I want to take out something that's very difficult to take out, I will just go straight for the Overheat. And the small amount of recoil means, yeah, it can't survive that many turns, and obviously priority will still take it out, but it's still very powerful. I know Blissey isn't that big of a threat. Okay, you set up Stealth Rock, that's not too big of a deal. I had Blastoise as a Rapid Spinner, but unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. I still have Lucario, which is pretty nice. I know Lucario is the key to winning this battle because none of his guys can really take a close combat. I'm just going to keep my Ninetales in here because I'm not sure what he's going to do. I can't go into my heaviest hitter, which is of course my Charizard, since Flamethrower is just going to not be doing too much because Blissey is an amazing special wall. Therefore, I go for the Toxic on the Blissey, forcing it to switch out. I thought it would switch out next turn. I could possibly go into Venusaur, set up a Swords Dance, do something like that. I didn't predict him to go into Tyranitar so soon and set up his Sandstorm. Since I'm a Solar Power Venusaur, I don't have much speed investment. I've got a bit of bulk and a bit of special attack and a bit of attack investment because I'm a mixed sweeper. Unfortunately, he goes into Tyranitar the turn he needs to. I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder just because I needed to. There's nothing else I could do. I could possibly have hit it with a Power Whip, but that isn't going to be really doing too much damage. I'm going to go back into Ninetales just to get up my final Sun. It's the final possibility I'm ever going to get. Possibly survive a Flamethrower, come back and come in and use it as another Sunny Day setup, but that is mostly, it's a low probability. I survived the Thunderbolt, which is rare, but I'm not going to be able to do too much with it, just roar him out, and that means that his Tyranitar can come back in again. Probably not the best move. I should probably switch down into Venusaur and then, or done something else. I needed to keep my Ninetales alive. But the Protect is very useful. It's useful to rack up toxic damage. It's useful for scouting purposes. And I don't know why he switches out. Maybe predicts me to go into Charizard, but I'm just going to leave my Ninetales in. Gonna go for this something or other, probably Toxic. No, I can't Toxic Heatran anyway. Probably some move of some sort. I can't remember. This battle was quite long ago. Just going for a Protect just to irritate them. I'm not going to get any leftovers gain or anything since Sandstorm is up, so not much point in doing anything. I should probably remove this from the battle, but I'm not able to survive this Thunderbolt. My game plan at the moment is take out Tyranitar, I win the game effectively, since close combat is safe. There's nothing he can do for it. His Blissey's gonna die, his Heatran's gonna die, his Tyranitar's gonna get knocked out. He's already lost his Durant, he's already lost the Sizzle. I can't remember what his 6th is quite, but I know that it can't take close combat because you would have switched into it by now. So he goes into his 6th, which is in fact his own Lucario, and my Focus Sash has been broken due to Stealth Rock. Gonna go to Venusaur just as Death Roller. Hoped he wouldn't go for the Swords Dance. If he did, he possibly would have had a very good chance of sweeping the rest of my team. I can't go into my Charizard quite yet since I need to make sure this Lucario can't knock me out. The only thing that can take a hit is Mew. Unfortunately, an unboosted Crunch is not going to quite take me out since I have a decent amount of hit points and a decent amount of defense investment. I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave just so I know I can outspeed him. If he gets paralyzed, that's all good, but I need to know I can outspeed him with my other guys. And I didn't think an Explosion would kill. This is a very weird moveset for Mew. I think it's U-Turn, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, Explosion. I wasn't really inventive. I just put a random moves on this Mew. But it is able to take it out, which is very nice. I didn't want it to end on a speed tie with Lucario. I should have probably gone to my Lucario here. It is pointless since he could have gone to his Heat Run, got the Flash Fire boost, and my Lucario would have outsped anyway. But at this moment in my back of my head, I'm still thinking, is Heat Run Scarf or is Heatran Scarfed? Is it going to be able to outspeed my Lucario? But I'm not sure at all at the moment. I'm going to go for the Slash Close Combat. I know his Tyranitar isn't Scarfed since he switched moves before. So maybe he could have played that a bit better. I don't really know. He's going to go into Heat Run. It comes down if his Heatran is Scarfed or is my Lucario just naturally faster. Fortunately for me, he is. But does he have a Focus Sash? I haven't got a Stealth Rock catch up. No, he doesn't. So it's a very nice victory. Hope you enjoyed the battle, and I'm probably going to have another couple of teams ready or something like that in the near future. But yeah, hope to see you in the near future. It was a filler episode. Yeah, rambling. See you in the near future.